We are live from Catskill Animal Sanctuary, and this is the series Saved from Slaughter. We are here with Lauren, and she's going to tell us a little bit about this beautiful chicken here. We also have Caden behind the camera here, is also going to be working with us as we go about seeing this beautiful sanctuary. Gorgeous day there in New York. Take it away. Tell us about that beautiful being in your arms.
All right, awesome. Well, we're super happy to be here with you all. Again, my name is Lauren, this gorgeous little one who's hanging out with me right now. Her name is Winter, and she is one of the over 200 animals who live here at Catskill Animal Sanctuary. We are located in upstate New York in the town of Saugerties, and actually this year is our 20th anniversary here at the sanctuary. We have rescued over 5,000 animals since we got started. And sorry if we're picking up a little bit of the wind noise. It wasn't so windy earlier, but now it's picking up a little bit. So if you need me to repeat anything, just let me know, okay?
Oh, we're doing great. Keep on going.
Awesome.
Now, where did she come from? Where did Winter come from?
Yeah. So my girl here, who's just discovered that I'm wearing a ring. Yes, sweetheart. Shiny things are fun. Birds love shiny things. So my dearest little Winter, she came here a little over 2 years ago now, almost 2.5 years ago even, all the way from Colorado. And as I mentioned, we're located in New York. So they are the most traveled animals here at the sanctuary, Winter, and then you'll see some other little chickens poking around. I know I got someone right behind my foot. I can't tell who that is.
She's not on camera though.
Oh, someone else is down there. You'll just have to believe me. But yes, there are several other little chickens and also a couple turkeys who live in this field, and we'll probably get a chance to say hi to the turkeys as well. But the story of these little ones. So they came to us actually when they were really young, maybe only like 3 weeks old, because like I said, they were in Colorado, and my lovely ladies here are Cornish cross chickens, which unfortunately these are the ones who are generally raised, to be eaten. If you're in the grocery store, the breasts and the wings and the legs and all that kind of stuff come out of a sort of chicken like Winter and her other friends around here. And so at this farm, they had 3 barns and in total 36,000 chickens. So quick math, what's that? 12,000 or so per barn, right? And just one of those industrial sort of setups where if you were to look in there, it would just be a floor of chickens that you'd be able to see, just with their little tiny heads peeking up. And what actually happened with this farm is they went bankrupt. And so they had all these chickens and they had no money to keep, raising them or anything. So they were just going in there and just like manually killing all of them. But some folks in the animal rescue community found out about this, went over there, talked to the people there, and were able to rescue a handful of chickens. Actually, almost 700 chickens were taken out of that situation. And obviously they didn't all come here to Catskill. They went to a whole bunch of other sanctuaries. A lot of them stayed in Colorado. But they went kind of all over the place. And yeah, here we are like 2.5 years later. So my girls are, they are all girls, the ones who are here with us. My girls are about 2.5 years old because like I said, they were maybe 3-ish weeks old when they got here. So they're doing really, really well. I mean, you can see them just walking around. What you looking at, love? Is there birds? You looking at birds? Yeah.
Amazing. Most people don't get to meet their meat. And this, I believe, will, change hearts and minds. When you look up close at this beautiful chicken, this beautiful bird, this beautiful being, and when you talk about 36,000 just like her, and sadly, we have heard about burning barns with that many. We've heard about culling, which is essentially what happened during the COVID quarantine, is many of these animals were not able to be quote unquote processed other word, slaughtered, to become food. So they were basically killed other ways. It's just horrible in so many ways. And look at this beautiful one at your feet who's come in. Their feathers are so white and so fluffy.
Oh, they're so soft. Oh my gosh.
And I should point out there's actually two here. So this is I believe this is Ohana.
Oh,
And then
I can't even see her.
Samira is this lump right under there. So they're actually fraternizing down under the bench at the moment.
Do y'all want to take us around anywhere else today? I also want to point out happy 20th anniversary. And guess what? I know, that is so amazing. And guess what, everybody? We're so excited to share. They are open for tours now. So if you are anywhere near New York, even if you're 5 hours away and you want to go see some beautiful animals, tell us what other animals you have here at Catskill Animal Sanctuary.
Yes, well, there's a whole bunch that if you came on a tour, you would be able to visit with. I think some turkeys are who we can go say hi to next. They share a home here. The turkeys, some of the turkeys and some of the chickens live together here in this particular yard that we're in. Oh, and look at the little, they're just hanging out in the shade.
Now, can you tell us about where they were saved from?
Yes. So let me just settle down with my girl here. Hi, gorgeous. Hello. Can I give you a hug? Hi. Yeah. Hello. Hello. So the turkeys here, this one, her name is Imogen, and right there is also Malika. There is another turkey who lives in here, and her name is Lady, but she's going through a molt right now, so she's kind of cranky about it. Which molting is just a totally normal thing that birds do. They lose their feathers and grow new ones. It's just kind of the process is kind of uncomfortable. So Lady's feeling a little bit shy. She's okay though. But Imogen and Malika, which let me adjust myself. Gotta be more better for turkeys to sit on. Do you want to sit on my lap or do you just want a hug?
Imogen is known for her overall demanding of hugs. She will typically march. Let's see if we can get a better angle on her here. She will typically march over to you, press her little feathery chest into your legs if you're standing up, and request attention and belly rubs and hugs. She's an absolute angel, like so many of the turkeys here are. And they are Imogen and Malika came to us from the Turkey Fairy, is who we've called this unknown person. Would you like to tell us a little bit about the Turkey Fairy, Lauren?
Yes. So my girls here, we say the Turkey Fairy because we don't really know how they got here or who brought them here. They were just left at our driveway one day. So there they were, like, the first people came in the morning to start getting everyone fed and everything. And they're like, oh, what's in this little box? And there were actually 4 turkeys in there. So it's like, well, okay. We don't know where they came from. We don't know who left them there. But since they're here, of course, we're going to take care of them. Because for the folks at home, like, if you've ever seen wild turkeys, you know that this is not what a wild turkey looks like, right? This is a domesticated type of turkey called a broad-breasted white turkey, which, kind of like with the chickens, unfortunately, most people are only familiar with them in the freezer section, right? So my girls, the 4 of them, were at a turkey farm somewhere in the area, presumably, and someone got them from the turkey farm. Don't know how, don't know too much of the details. My girls are not super forthcoming about that, right? You don't like to talk about that. No, that's okay. So that's why we say that the Turkey Fairy left us some turkeys. And that was actually a while ago. That's going to be 6 years ago, later on this year, which makes my girls here kind of old. Are you old?
So, Lauren, were they babies when they came to you?
They were pretty young, yeah. Because, I mean, the way that the farms are run, the animals are always really young, right? Like the chickens, when I mentioned when they got to us, they were maybe 3 weeks old or so. Had that farm stayed in business, they would have only lived like 6 weeks or so. Turkeys on farms are only, ooh, sweetie, that's my hair. She's grooming my hair. Turkeys are only going to live maybe 4 months or so on a farm. Oh,
and we do believe that they were about 16 weeks old when they got here. They were in a transport crate. So our best guess is that these were birds who were saved right before they were about to go to the slaughterhouse, and that they were taken just one crate because they are packed up into crates to be transported on trucks. We've all seen those on highways if we know what we're looking for, those open air trucks where they're exposed to the elements, but also so crammed together. That was the crate that they were left in our driveway in. So we believe that they were probably just like one crate scooped up right before they would have met their fate. And it's also worth noting that there are not what we would consider to be industrial or factory farms for turkeys in our region. So if these were in fact birds who were a fairly local rescue, they would have been coming from a small farm, and yet they bear the marks of standard farming practice that happens not just on the big farms, but on those smaller farms that we often hear dubbed local or humane. That's probably where Imogen came from, and yet I don't know if we can see it super clearly. She has been debeaked, and she had her toes cut off. So she absolutely had her body painfully modified as a young baby, and was still gonna only live 4 months had she not come to sanctuary.
You know what I find so fascinating, Lauren and Caden, is when you think about veal, when you think about baby cows, calves, that male baby cows that are ripped from their mothers and become part of the food system. Most people, well, not most, but a lot of people are poured by that. Right? They would never, but they don't realize that if you're eating turkeys or chickens or pigs, it's piglets and it's chicks, and it's these babies. They haven't formed fully. They've just been pumped up and made into a product. So this beauty here gets to live her life out fully. It's incredible. And this is the future, everybody. The future is sanctuaries. When people wonder, where will all the animals go that are in the food system? Well, we'll be stopping the breed to feed with people who are demanding more plant-based, right? All plant-based foods and food systems, that we won't need to have this excess of animals that are bred to feed humans. So tell us a little bit about what it's like at Catskill Animal Sanctuary if someone were to come on a tour. And maybe we want to walk around a little. It's up to you.
Yeah, we do have some other friends nearby who we'd get to go and see. I don't know if Imogen's going to allow me to leave right now, though. Imogen is extremely needy, as you can tell. So this is one thing that if you came here on a tour, you might get to do is give Imogen a nice hug. Isn't that right, gorgeous? We love hugs. I mean, everyone has days when they don't want to be hugged, of course. But Imogen, a lot of times, if like we're in here and no one's paying attention to her, she just walks up to different people and it's like, hello. She's very needy. Turkeys are just absolutely wonderful little creatures.
But we were going to go and say hello to some of our goats who are sort of a bonus, because these particular goats we wanted to share with you are in a quarantine field, so they're not on the tour, but we'll tell you a little bit about our tour as we walk over there.
And don't worry, they're healthy and stuff.
Yes, they are healthy.
We'll tell you about it. Sweetheart, can I get on?
But it is worth noting, so the goats who we have in this field that we're going to go see while Lauren gets up from her hug time with Imogen, these goats have a lifelong illness that can be spread to other goats and sheep, which is why we separate them. But they can live a nice, long, healthy life even with it, as long as we manage it. But so many of the illnesses that our new rescues come with, whether they're intestinal parasites or orf, or oh goodness, any number of things. They are what we would consider to be a zoonotic illness. And pardon the back parking lot here as we go see some goats, but they are something that humans can get from farmed animals and that we are contending with.
Well, I know I've heard, so my daughter's studying to be a veterinarian actually, and there are a multitude of vaccinations you still need to go ahead and give to these animals at the sanctuaries, right, to keep them healthy.
There, a bunch of them just had some vaccinations today. So yeah, very important.
Okay, so we are walking through the parking lot. Everybody, welcome to Saved from Slaughter, a series focusing on the sanctuaries around the world. We are here at Catskill Animal Sanctuary in New York. We just got to visit with some beautiful chickens and turkeys. We're headed over, it looks like we're headed to where the goats are. This is so exciting. What, let's see, what are their names? I can't wait. How beautiful this is.
We've got quite the herd, so we'll see who comes over first.
I guess Leia's gonna come over first.
I just want
to a girl would do.
Oh, go ahead, Leia.
Leia.
I might be wrong.
We are actually going to be visited. It looks like Tula is going to approach us in the background. Lauren's just getting the gate.
Normally the first visitor when we come into the field. Oh my goodness. Hi, Tula. Uh-oh, Poppy's coming. Here you go.
So I have to ask, when they first come, are they open to, humans, or are they more trepidatious, scared? Tell us a little bit about that. Oh, hello.
She has a flower in her beard. Oh my gosh. Do you see the little flower in her beard? There's a little purple flower. It's really big. Oh my gosh. Sorry, that's adorable.
That's so cute.
Gorgeous.
Just like so many, just like any species, they are all very much unique individuals, which is one of those reasons that we do this rescue work. One of those reasons we don't want people to eat animals, and we want to encourage everyone to make different choices around whether or not we're consuming animals. So some of them come super trepidatious, others come immediately ready to love, and those who are nervous each take their own length of a journey to learning to trust, but most of them eventually do come around.
And the ones who don't, we'll always make sure that they have their space, that we're not intruding on them, because we want to respect, what they're comfortable with.
So, now, who is this? Who is this being?
This is Poppy.
And Lauren, we can't see your face if you want to come around the front of Poppy.
How's that? Is that better? That's better. Excellent. Such a good girl, Poppy. So yes, this is my girl Poppy, and she's gorgeous and perfect, and also very needy. Always likes attention, isn't that right?
And
yeah.
She, as well as the vast majority of goats who were in this yard, were rescued in 2015, at the end of 2015, from an illegal backyard butcher in Orange County, New York. I should actually say about half of the goats in this yard were rescued in 2015 and then gave birth to the other half in early 2016 because they were rescued pregnant but off of the slaughterhouse floor. So they were very stressed and unhealthy when they first got here, and have fortunately had the chance to raise their families and stay with their families here at Sanctuary.
Poppy was not one of the moms or one of the ones who was born here. And of course, when the animals are here, we do spay and neuter them. It's just, if they're rescued when they're pregnant, then yeah, they're going to have their little ones here. So Tula, the little black one who kind of came over, and then I don't know if we can see her in the background. She decided, is Poppy in the way?
Poppy's in the way.
Poppy's in the way. Story of her life. Poppy's in the way. Oh, where are you going? What you doing? Peachy. Tula's one of the ones. I even see. Should I see if I can lure anyone else over to say hello?
Sure, we'll hang out with sitting down Poppy while Lauren tries to lure over a few more friends here. Poppy is deeply confident.
Oh yeah, definitely. And Kaden, Tom wants to know: do male and female goats both have beards?
Yes. So the beard is not a sex-specific thing. It is purely a genetics thing. So not all goats have beards. It's not in any way a requirement, but some of them do. And so yeah, we've got many female goats with beards, many male goats who don't. And what you may also notice on Poppy, because she is a girl, and she was using her horns to scratch her back earlier. Are you going to come over to this side of the camera now because Lauren left you? Yeah. Is that she has her horns. So if we rescue someone with their horns intact, or if they are born here, they will get to keep them, and that is on male and female goats, sheep, and cows. That is also not sex specific, but it should be on almost every single member of these species. And unfortunately, we see so many like Leia who've had their horns taken off prior to rescue. Leia, that's a little too close to the camera.
So that was good. That was funny. What do you have in your hands, Lauren? Are those flowers that they're eating?
Dandelions. Yeah, they like to eat them, but I guess we don't want them right now, which is fine. I'll find somebody who wants to eat some dandelions.
So we have two goats right by the camera, but Leia is currently like rubbing her head on my whole arm. So we're struggling with the personal boundaries. Leia is someone who likes to just rub her whole face on your head. That is her number one way of showing you affection. Deeply snuggly goat. Really got us through quarantine here.
Oh yeah, she's a good rose, and she's one of the ones who was a mama. So her daughter's name is Libby. And again, all of the daughters are now, because they all did have girls for whatever reason. All of the daughters are now like 5.5 years old, so they're definitely not babies anymore. But they're gonna stay with their moms. That's what goats like to do, really. So they got their moms and kind of their sort of aunts, maybe, and cousins, and they all kind of hang out in here. Sweetheart, can you not be so close to the camera?
There we go. Oh my gosh. Now, is Leia one of the babies of Poppy? Is that what you said?
No. So Poppy was one of the few goats who wasn't pregnant in this rescue. Leia herself was pregnant, and her daughter is not in current view.
Not visible right now. She's
but
around somewhere.
She gave birth to a beautiful daughter who takes after mom quite a bit and is usually right up in your face, just begging for love and attention. So sweet and affectionate. And they, Leia and Libby do quite a lot together. They spend a good chunk of their day in that mother-child pair, even though Libby is now very much an adult goat. Their families are that important to them.
Oh, yes. And by the way, Poppy has laid down over here, so I don't know if we want to, now that she's laying down, she might be a little less likely to move around and try to get around in the camera. Huh? Is that good? Yeah, I know, you don't want to eat these. I already offered them to you. It's okay. Are you saving room for dinner?
We have people from all over watching with us. Naveen says hi from India.
Oh,
and we
hi.
Yes, and Tina and Mary says, what mom doesn't want their kids close? Exactly. We also have Tina who's watching, Tom, as well as I'm sure there are many others. We are on Facebook Live as well as YouTube Live, and we bring you Safe from Slaughter on a regular basis. We love to come here with Catskill Animal Sanctuary out of New York. The big news is that they are open for tours. You can book a tour online now, and then you can go physically in person. So this is really cool. I suggest, from Florida to Maine, all around New York, just head on over to Catskill Animal Sanctuary for a day of love, cuddles, hugs, kindness. Look at this. And yes, these have all been saved or born here. That's right. Lauren?
Those of you who might be coming.
For some reason, you've cut out. I can't hear you. Let's see. Your audio went a little astray. Try again, Lauren. What was that? Okay, we're having a little technical difficulty. Thumbs up. We got thumbs up, but we're not. Our audio dropped out. So we're going to say goodbye here. Thank you for joining us here on Jane Unchained. I can't hear you. For the beautiful series called Saved from Slaughter. Again, we appreciate Catskill Animal Sanctuary, these beautiful animals. Absolutely. Thank you for joining us, everybody, in Vegan Games. And Mary, we'll see you next time. Bye.